When is it time for the agent to back away from the transaction or in representing the buyer or the seller after the deal is done? Well, we build a close relationship with our clients is the problem. Not a problem. It's a good thing. We want to do that over weeks, months, years. And then the transaction, we get done with it. And then we don't want to ghost them because we've become the confidant, we've become the advisor, the negotiator, the advocate. And so after the post deal, usually in the realm of listings that involve a landlord and a tenant or a buyer and a seller in a rent back agreement, there's a disagreement between the two parties and they come back to the agent and they want the agent to take care of the problem. I need you to do the negotiation, Anthony. I need you to take care of this conflict with this seller or take care of this conflict with the tenant or the landlord. The challenge we have is our license and our agreement actually ends. There's a sunset to the agreement. And once the transaction is over, there's nothing for me to be an agent on. The deal is done. And it doesn't mean I don't want to be helpful. And when I do advise my agents and my team, look, you want to be helpful in that tenant and landlord situation. Hey, look, here it is, paragraph 25. This is where you have to give them notice. Hey, look at this, paragraph 26. This is where you go and you contact them by writing and things such as that. But it's not up to me to contact the landlord in writing 3 months after you've gotten in there, or even a week after you've gotten into the unit. This usually comes up a lot of times when tenants and landlords are trying to exchange the property and them get in there. And maybe there's some leftover debris or the property hasn't been cleaned to the tenant's specifications, or on a move out, same type of thing. The landlord's like, hey, what's going on here? You didn't perform according to the contract. And they'll call the listing agent or the tenant agent and say, I want you to call this person to take care of it. The thing is we're not involved anymore. We're not the agent anymore. And so the landlord or the tenant have to take that on and go have that discussion. If they can't solve the problem between the two of them, then what you may really be looking for is a mediator or an attorney. I think a mediator is a lot easier to go after. There are certifications in many states for a mediator, but a mediator steps in and they do not represent either party. They're just trying to help you solve the conflict. And so this is something that comes up a lot, actually. And it's usually right after the end of a transaction or at the end of a lease. And they want us to come in and clean up the mess between them and the other party. But our license doesn't allow that. You need a mediator. And that is the thought of the day. Thanks for coming by. Like my channel, share this with anybody you can. Share it on your social media if it would be helpful to someone that actually helps my channel and gives me bragging rights. Thanks so much and have a great day.